guys, it's Erin, and I'm here with week 40 of 2015, moving right along. And this week was between September and October. So what I did was I used some cards from the October kit, the ones that I, still wanted to use. I used some cards from my stash. So I have cards from last year's Gossamer Blue kits. I have them sorted by color, so I don't really know what all kits they came from, but it was definitely Gossamer Blue. And there's some Scraptastic cards in there too. I know the one on the bottom right is definitely from Scraptastic. And I also used a piece of paper from the September main kit from Gossamer Blue because I didn't get their card kit, so I just ended up getting the paper instead and decided to work with that. And I'm trying to use up as many supplies from the October kit that I can since it's almost gone. And I'm also using supplies that I pulled from my stash, like that washi tape, and I was thinking about using those letters there because I still have those left. I'm still using the little tiny word or phrase stickers from the October kit. And I pulled in a flare and something else. I forget what it was, but you'll see it later. And I just picked out the teal colors that were in the rest of the kit, and I picked out the more black cards because there were several black cards, but then there were ones that I thought would work better on regular layouts than Project Life. So I'm going to save those for another time and use them on layouts instead. And I'm getting to the very last, how much of this can I use up so I never have to use rub-ons again. So you see me split that right there. Sorry about that. The recording got all wonky on me for a minute there. Anyway, so I've totally forgotten what I was saying. But I had to cut to put on those rub-ons. I think I'm at the very end of the rub-ons, which is good. So I just have to hope that Gossamer Blue never, ever sends us rub-ons ever again. Because, I mean, it sucks when you have to pay for something that you don't really like, but it's even worse when you've paid for something that's, like, that frustrating to use. I mean, just, wow. So, hopefully they don't ever, ever send them again. Because, yeah, I'll have to use them, and it will frustrate me, and my arm will hurt. But I'm just using the washi tape here to kind of decorate these cards just a little bit. I want to keep it kind of plain and simple with just these few colors, and I'm going to add in yellow a little later because there is that one little yellow star, and I thought yellow looked nice. But I didn't want to put too much, and most of my photos either have black or blue in them, so that kind of worked out. I have two selfies that you can see. There's one there, and there's another one on the bottom right-hand side, and they're from our road trip. We were still on it. We were coming home on Monday, and so it crossed over into this week. And then the two coffee cup photos are me mostly working on my 31 days of Halloween because I'm a big Halloween fanatic, and I wanted to. I wanted to, celebrate it as much as I could, but also use as many of the Halloween stamps that I have because I have such a large collection. So I spent a lot of time doing that, and it ended up really good that I got so far ahead because if I hadn't, I would not have been able to do the project because I got so sick I couldn't color or do anything for so long that I just wouldn't have had the projects done. So here you see the cards with the journaling on there, and I found these little twisty ties in my embellishment thing, and I thought I would try and use those up. They're probably from a Gossamer Blue or Scraptastic kit from last year, and I just haven't used them. The same with the flare you see there. That one is from Scraptastic probably because they sent a lot of flare. And I don't like using them on my projects, but I haven't used one at all this year, and it did really go with the layout, so I figured just one in the album wouldn't be too bulky. But mostly I try and use them on my cards just because I do like a smaller album, a flatter album, as it were. And here you see the enamel dots going on there. Like I said, I wanted to pick up on that sort of yellowish star, and the dots I chose ended up, like, they're yellow, but they're also like yellow-green, which is kind of strange, but, they're still good. And you can see the little picture of the 3 stamp sets I got from Greeting Farm. There's the picture of Vigo there because he was just being cute one day, and I didn't want to make a whole layout of it, but you know, it works in my project life. That's what project life is for, is those little photos that you want to remember, but they don't really need a whole 12 by 12 layout. It's just one little photo. And I think that's it. So I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.